Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Pra, and I'm the Sustainability Manager of the Satsun Center for Sustainability Management, or SCSM, and I'm also the President of the Net Impact Bangkok Professional Chapter. Thank you so much for coming today. We're very excited to have a young CEO of a social enterprise, recently formed just 2 years ago, Somsak, Boonkam with us. Somsak worked at the Mekhalong Foundation, or Doi Bung, previously, and he studied at the Presidio School in California, and he set up this social enterprise because he really likes travel in Thailand and wants to support the community. And so we also had a trip with his company, Local Alike, on Saturday the 31st of January to be a fisherman for a day in Bangkok in the mangrove. And so that would be very interesting. The cost is very reasonable, and you can sign up for it from our website or from receiving our newsletter. Coming up tonight, we also have a film screening about salmon and the dangers of farmed salmon around the world. And that starts at 6 p.m. and we hope that you can come back and join us as well. And then we will announce the events for February later when they're confirmed. So without further ado, please give a warm round of applause for Kun Somsak. Please also fill out the feedback form when you're done and give it back to us. Thank you.
สวัสดีครับทำไทยครับบอกเป็นคนมีไทยมีสถีสารเปิดมีโทไทยเป็นไทยครับthanks คุณพี่แพนสัสินทร์ที่น่าจะรับประชุมที่ดีนะ Today I'm here with Nun คุณสุรชนาภควิพร She's the co-founder of Local Life. We together we share you about the Local Life journey today. But we would like to give a little bit about our background. What made us to come up with Local Life today. I myself was born in rural Isan village in Royal. Yeah, my 3 months ago that I brought my team in Luncheon and Bo back to Royal to visit my family. She prepared lunch, which is Boonkam. My childhood was kind of like going to school and in the evening to rest is like buffalo is like, but unfortunately that I have to leave my village because there is no like better school or economic opportunity back then. My parents saved enough money and sent me to Jamtapuri to East Coast to get a better school. And since then I really go back home. I think when I back again when I was left the village when I was 8 years old, and I had a chance to go back again when I was 18. And back then there was no my childhood friend there because they left the village to work as a laborer in the factory in Ayutthaya and also I feel that I need to do something to get my childhood friend back to the village, including myself as well. I graduated with an engineering program, petrochemical and polymer material from Singapore University. I got a job with the German company and worked in Germany for years. And they hired me to work in Germany for a year to transfer the production process from Germany to Thailand and work in Thailand for another 2 years to set up the factory in Ayutthaya. And back then I saved a lot of money and I feel that I need to travel, and I should travel to Laos, Burma and India, especially India I went to Putthathaya and where it's well known of where the Buddha got enlightenment there. And especially there, before you get to the temple, you see a lot of symbols. Those like we call them Chantan in Thailand, they are symbols. And I feel that I need to do something, and maybe my job as an engineer might not answer what I really need to do. From then I decided to quit for my well-paid job and decided to further my study in sustainability, and I decided to go to San Francisco to study at the Presidential Graduate School. The school offered MBA and MBA programs in sustainability. I was there for 3 years and came back to start my internship with Mekhalong Foundation in Doi Bung in the
A little bit about myself. Actually, my story is quite different from Thai because I grew up in the city of Bangkok.
And I feel very fortunate, because in Bangkok, the opportunities to study is quite better. I mean, you can study, you want to study art, you want to start schools, and I graduated in the creative arts where I developed my appreciations for fine arts and decoration. And but when I was studying, I had a chance to volunteer or doing university project, many volunteer project that leads me to find like many hidden treasures in our country, in the rural area and the happiness of the people. And so this is stay with me for like since I was young, and now I also joined the internship at Nepal Foundation later on, which me and Thai have something in common where we was working once in Nepal Foundation.
And we also graduated from the same school but different Singapore University. That's why we met. Actually, like Nepal, the work at Nepal Foundation, like actually like caught up together now because like we learned so much from the Princess Mother philosophy that to help them to be able to help themselves, and we carry that on with local life so far. And that it helped us a lot so far on the process of working with local communities. My job, I spent 2 months to intern at Nepal Foundation, and they asked me to join them full time for a year later on. My project back then was to develop a homestay business plan for local community, 2 villages in Loitung Mountain. This is, I say that the very inspiring model of the Princess Mother of Thailand is that this philosophy of help people to help themselves, and we really take that as seriously because we believe that any sustainable development can only happen only when you engage people at the beginning and from the root of the process. This is the picture of what where we started at Loitung, Somsak, and Park village in Loitung. And the guy is Pia Chai. Pia Chai is a young leader at Somsak village. He spent a couple years working in Taiwan, in a factory in Taiwan, and he decided to come back because he had to take care of his parents. They are getting old, but when he came back, he cannot find a job, and that's why when we get into the village, we get to know him, and he's really passionate of improving his village to be a community-based tourism. This is Uncle Kiang, another second village that we work with. Uncle Kiang and his other 15 friends in the same age that they combine money, they put money together, and they decided to build a tent to a place where the tourists can stay over a tent in a tent over the top of the hill. And unfortunately, there was not so many customers getting to it because it's very difficult to get into that mountain and stay there, and they don't have like marketing and promotional skills to do that. So, and Uncle Kim, one thing that he really wants to carry on this area because like he has 4 kids, and for them not living in Chiang Mai right now, they work somewhere else like in Bangkok. Some of them work in Myanmar, and they really want that this opportunity to showcase that children that if you stay home, you can have a job, not just to grow tea plantation and stuff like that. You can have additional income from tourism. So why local life come up with tourism? Because we know that Thailand generates a lot of money from tourism. Around like last year, 1,000 billion Thai baht from this industry. And it seems like it's going good, and something like if we see on the surface, we might think that we are very successful in tourism, but actually there are so many problems underlying things, especially these things, the waste management. So the more important thing, the more serious problem is that, and we also face that problem when we work with one of the villages in Chiang Mai, where the tour travel agency bring a group of people and explained by the tour leader from outside the village. They said that this is the home of our people, and this is the leader of the communities, and 10 minutes doesn't the village. But ironically enough, they promote that as an ecotourism and sustainable tourism, and we think that it's not the best practice, the good practice that we should prevent that from going on in Thailand, otherwise our country is going to be in terms of like the population of being sustainable tourism destination. Like this, is you think that is there a way of like when the tourists come instead of riding on the elephant, do something else to be able to take care of them much more better than this, like not to ride them and like this is from the problem of waste management issue that happen because of tourism industry. And this is that I mentioned before that we rank as number 12 on the country in the world that make money from tourism industry. The question when we study more on the more economic problem, we answer that we ask that where did the money go, and this is what we found. We generate around but less than 10% of the money that go to local communities, and that create unequal economic opportunity that, and we think we cannot let this happen anymore. On the other side, last year we got around 22 million tourists that come to Thailand, and we found that 20% of that are those who interested in sustainable tourism, and the trend is going 10% per year. But the thing is that the travel are like a channel to connect with real sustainable tourism. And we think that what could be the answer of sustainable tourism when we come up with these things. And we learn more, we focus more on this community-based tourism. So what is community-based tourism? It's kind of a holistic development process that it's kind of a tourism that managed and owned by local communities or the community themselves with the purpose of enabling visitors to see about their cultural, their way of life and such. So that we come up with local like the social enterprise that focuses on community-based tourism, and we also utilize tourism as a community development tool because like it's probably a time that we might think tourism beyond just a money generation tool, and we might think that it could be a community development tool. So what we do, we really connect with people on both sides. We develop, we work closely hand in hand with local community throughout Thailand to help them to develop their package towards their condition, their standards, and we connect them to travelers, and also we educate travelers on what they should expect and what not in terms of before visiting community-based tourism. We connect them by creating a platform we call locallife.com. This is our platform we currently have. What we do is that, of course, we work beyond just a platform. Originally, we want to be a marketplace for community-based tourism because we know that there are more than 200 communities in Thailand that are doing this so far, but they don't have channel to connect with travelers. But we work beyond the platform because like we realize that sustainable tourism or sustainable development must really like work on the ground first. So this is the step that we work with local communities. We identify their needs, we plan with them. We not plan for them, but we plan together with them. We try to get what they really need in terms of tourism. And we also, one thing that we really focus on is to work with them, to be able for them to know that what is their carrying capacity. Because like, we really want them to take tourism as just a second source of income. We build local guide network, and then before we put them on the platform, we have to do the pilot study, do the testing, and get feedback from real tourists, and then the community are ready and launch on the website. What we curate with them is that currently what product that we have on our platform is that we have village tour. This is more like a long stay, 3 day, 2 night package, 1 day, 2 day, 1 night package. We also have a day tour in the main city like Bangkok and Chiang Mai, because we know that in Bangkok itself, there are more than 35 communities that are doing this thing, but again, there is not that really well represented in the market right now. And we also have a customized group for corporation or organization that they want to organize it for their employees as well. So how do we sustain ourselves? We started our model with the platform that I mentioned that we really want to be a marketplace. And we really focus on the first year that local has been in the business for 2 years, but we really spend the first year just to get the concept right and to build trust on the ground with local communities, and we start to sell our product on the second year. We started off with like we think that okay, there might be individual travelers interested in us, but all of a sudden there was not so many interest because they don't know what local life is and they don't of know what CDP is actually, and then we kind of keep pivot a little bit, and I think middle of last year we really to focus on more global travelers because it's a more big transaction, and we locally be able to sustain ourselves because of this group tour. Like we work with all the top PPT corporations and also the stock exchange of Thailand, and also organize a trip with us, and also Thailand authorities will see with Thailand and organize a trip for us as well. So now we focus on two things. The group travelers, we have two local right now. We kind of quite clear on the business model that we have two separate units. This is a tour operator unit that we travel agency we call ourselves, that we handle all these group travelers, and also we focus on the platform that we want to be in marketplace for individual travelers as well. And also, when you work on it, you have more experience, and you this is the consultancy thing that we don't think that we get, but actually we get this mindset. Like when we work and we have expertise, the Thailand authority of Thailand, they start to hire us to work in local communities, to prepare themselves to be a community-based person, to be able to manage them. So now we got the money from the consultancy for them as well. So this is past that we organize. We also organize a social enterprise trip that we bring people to learn about our social enterprise trend in all of Thailand, like in Chiang Mai and the south of Thailand as well.
So on the other side, for the customers, as local alike, we are very focused on meaningful experience for for travelers and locals alike. So the feedback from the customers to prove that the local community they are able to manage themselves and provide a good experiences, because at the very first year we went to many investors, and not many people really have because they never experienced this kind of experience. That's why they are not sure if local community can really manage everything by themselves. But this is the proof that the customers are very impressed about the service. And this is some feedback from the customers. And this is the feedback from the local communities. This is Uncle James. He's from Messalong. He moved from China many 30 years ago, and he's a genius. Can speak more than like many languages. And he is very hospitality. But the thing is, back then 10 years ago, when Messalong is not this popular, he can find that customers not very hard. But then nowadays, because Messalong become very popular, and many resorts are there, so he cannot cannot really compete with that, and because he doesn't have any consistent marketing channel. But when we introduce local, like he find that okay, it's gonna be like another hope for him to run his expertise in tourism. This is Paya from Hong Kong. Paya, she's a retired teacher, and she joined the tourism group because when she retired, and then she feel bored, and she feel that okay, maybe at first she was doing it for fun, but then later she feel proud because she still can earn little money and also like show the community to the world. So she's very happy about the tourism. And this is the revenue, just to prove that it's a viable business. But because social enterprise, we also have to concern about, besides the sustainability of the communities, but also the organization must be able to run by themselves. And from these numbers, 70% goes back directly to the communities. So this is our plan for the marketplace, where we're going to work with more communities. We're going to expand to around 200 communities, and also this year we started in Southeast Asia too, where we think that they also face the same problems with tourism. And
actually more than 1,000 communities in Europe, really need that kind of platform.
And to go that far, we cannot go alone because it's a very tough thing, and we are we need people with experiences. So the main partner of us, who is very grateful for us, is CBTI. They are the NGO that working with the community-based tourism for about 20 years, and they have proved that many communities that work with them for 20 years, the tourism doesn't make negative impact to the community, but positive. And also on the business side, we also partner with like other channel platform to provide our services as well. This year we plan to expand to more than 10 communities in Thailand, but this year we are not going very fast because we want to make the foundation very solid. And we also got support from Thailand Tourism Authority. This is the plan to expand the pilot project. And another thing that we want to introduce is the back-end system for local people to use, because the technology will help them to potentialize their management skills better. So we are working on this back-end, and in the future they will generate their own contents. They will be able to check the occupancy and guest details by themselves. And this is the ambassador program, because at first the language barrier is there that we concern, but it's not that the biggest problem, because we think that the ambassador can assist them. This is not a guide tour program, but we think that the local know best, so they should be a guide. But the thing is, sometimes they need us translators, so we're gonna have this program to introduce to Rashapat tourism students to practice, to train the young new generation of tourism guides to work with communities more, because now it's very hard to find a guide who want to work for the community, because I think the competitiveness of paying other things. So this is a tourism business scenario where we would like to stand at where are we and how are we different. But the difference is, I think we also work with travel agencies and hotels also, because this business, they are also want to give back more to communities. So sometimes we tie up package with the hotel, where sometimes guests still need the convenience that they are usual, but we can work with them also to widen our market. And how are we different? Another thing is very important is the tourism fund that is in the center, because we know that not everyone in the village will be like a tour guide or a homestay or providing food, but everyone should have
the thing that as mentioned earlier on, that we have to think tourism beyond money generation too, but we have to think inside of development too as well. So we come up with this model we call CBT development, that we agree with the village that every part of income from 10% of our profit put together with more than 5% of the local village income to put together to at least this fund to solve their problem, their problem in the village. And we can do many more things from this thing. For example, this one is Somsak village. It is our first community we work with under the tourism development project, and we are trying to implement on this tourism based on community-based tourism in the village. But we found that there are so many problems in the village, especially this base management. They don't have base management problem system before, because the only very little problem that we found out later on, because Somsak village is on the border of two districts. To distribution and the village. The villagers don't know which subdistrict of administration organization that they should coordinate with. So that is just a little problem, and they don't think waste management. They kind of throw back garbage everywhere in the village, and they burn it, and they don't know even that the sub-district organization organization can come and pick up the village and deploy it properly for them. So when tourists come, they start to realize that, oh, this is a problem because like when tourists come, even us, we always like complain about waste management thing, but we don't offer them a solution. We have to encourage them to think this is a problem, and they found a problem and they start to work together in the village.
Can you, your first village that you went to work with, can you tell us what were the advices, I mean, recommendations you gave to them? Okay, so when you go into a village, you see the potential that it could be a tourist destination. So what advices you give, and the methodology of working together to develop it to become finally a destination. So how do you do that?
So this is actually the first village, so village, right? So at the beginning, we just start working with 3 people, including PRI. And we try first that we came in and we talk with the whole village. And there are like 100 households in these communities, and only like 3 of them that raise their hand that they want to be to work on tourism because they see potential of like there are some beautiful technical work in the village. And I see that we also found problem of waste management. And so this village used to be a drug for trade mafia, but there's no more mafia that the person is still there, and the villagers really want to make their village like bright. I mean like to use by using tourism. And we end up like meeting with the head of the village and also the village community and to solve the problem first, because like when we bring in tourists and we have like 10,000 baht in the community development fund, and we decided to use this fund to work on waste management problem. They have to clean up their village first, and we use that money from the fund to solve that. And also now the whole village, 100% of them agree to pay for the statistic organization to come up and to come in the village and pick the garbage every Wednesday now. But they have to agree that they have to pay 30 baht each month to pay for this statistic to come up. And it's really little thing that they have to do, otherwise they cannot like get rid of this garbage. And now Suanpa, they come up to the state that they have a beautiful trekking route that we developed with them. The tourists, the adventure tourists like see this as a very adventure route for them. So local has also social impact that we want to measure in the next 5 years. We want to increase like local income by 20% this year. We want to highlight all cultural we want to highlight all cultural activity and way of life more than 200 cases that we showcase on our platform. And we want to use this fund from CBT fund to solve like more than 100 problems in the village. And also this is our main goal of like we want to reduce migration. We believe that all these kids, whenever they grow and wherever they study, and we want them to have choice to remain home if they have job. And this is our team. We are very young people. We work together. Thank you very much.
Any questions? Neil? All the way from Hawaii.
My name is Neil McManus. I'm from the island of Kauai, and I'm visiting Thailand. And I was going to attend the master's course given by the Atkinson Group with regards to sustainability educational tools. And I didn't make it because I was diagnosed with leukemia and I'm in remission in That's neither here nor there. One of your slides mentioned 100 plus issues in the village. Can you name some of those issues that are, I guess, at the forefront of your concern?
It depends from village to village. Right now, local pilot 2 program of CBT funds. The first one is the Somsak village that we use the money to solve waste management problems. And the second one is at national communities that we use the money to build the playground for their kids, their children. because a lot of like 30 children there. The village is like there's no cement or anything, it's just when it comes to rain, the children don't have a takeout to do. So we built that for them. We use that 25,000 baht from the housing fund that we put in together to do that takeout for them.
What is the first and foremost issue that you want to address? You mentioned 100 plus issues on the slide. I'm kind of curious, what are the top 5?
The top 5 is one of them is waste management problem. Waste management. So the second one is health issue in the village. And the third one is the education problem of the children in the village. Some of the village, because at the process, before we launch the website, we have to gather people together to come up with like 5 problems that we want to solve by using these 5. So we have that on our database, and then we have enough money in the fund. We tell them, okay, now we have money, we want to solve this problem, or we want to solve our problem first.
Waste, health, and education. Another question?
Yes. So on your slide, you mentioned that having more partners will have an impact on having less social help. So do you imagine that working with some partners, how do you see that we could reverse the tendency and impact on the social side?
Or how do we select the communities?
How would you select your partners that you have already one idea of how to work with them?
Like, we have to know like our limitation of local life first. So we work with CBTI, the community-based solution, because like when we really become a platform, one thing that we have to really maintain as seriously is the quality of the community, the quality of their service. And these community-based solutions, they have like all the checklists and evaluation process that we have to do within the village like year by year to make sure that they maintain their life, they maintain their cultural things. And so on the business side, we partner with AAS, the telecommunication organization from the that we know that we're going to build the back system that's for local to use, and AAS will make sure that the village have the hardware to use our software, have the tablets, and also have Wi-Fi in the village to know that we can implement our real-time booking system in one. And so we work with the micro-lending organization from Cuba, because like, they accredit as a accredited partner, because like, we know that at a certain point when the local community want to use money, they can lend that money from Cuba with 0% interest. And with the condition they have to pay that 5 or 4 years later on to improve, to use that money to improve, for example, their money save condition. So on that all the condition and
Just wondering, how have you found dealing with the management supply and demand, as in building enough communities to actually offer something, but yeah, actually not having enough customers to give them anything for 2 or 3 months, and when they come, do you have issues with them not actually being able to host because they weren't quite expecting?
So let's ask that how we balance between supply and demand. The thing is, the main concept of community-based tourism is that every community treated tourism as a second source of income. So this is more like an additional income for them, where they also have to maintain their own lifestyle, their own occupations. Like if they are farmers, they still working on that. This is just an extra. So if there is no customers for like 2 or 3 months, then they must be able to live on, and because when the customer come, they also live the same life, because their lifestyle is what customers like to see. So
Have you had issues when you find your customers and they've got anything?
got.
When you find these customers over,
What do
you
you think?
think 2 months once you trade them, you work with them. Have they had issues because they kind of weren't expecting anything with the hosting customers?
Not like going on like their like expectation or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Because on local like website we will be very transparency that we provide local amenities. Like if it's a squad pilot, we show the pictures. If the tour agency wants to work with us, they're gonna go inspect the trip first, and then if there's only a little thing about security issues that we think it needed to be adjusted, we are okay with that. But if it's something like totally like can we get air conditioning or something like that, it's not it's too much change. They cannot be themselves. So I think that's how also we select partners and set expectations.
Can you explain that, how do you select the village? You say something like, there's potential for the village to be built up and to be a destination. Can you explain more about it?
We come up with 6 criteria that we put in place that how to ensure the communities. One of them is the first one is the strong sense of collaboration in the village. We have to see that the people they really want to work on this together, because community-based tourism is the thing that the villagers have to agree to work on this together, not just individual, and we put that as a priority. And the second one is they have to have the potential of they have this unique lifestyle and culture that they can showcase to tourists. And they also like we see that they have to agree that they have to see that tourism can be an element to work together with us in our consumers. When we put the strong collaboration, the harmony is also done with the village. They have to be the one that really want to not us to want tourism to them. They have to see potential by
They select us.
they select us. We positioning ourselves as a tool for them.
You mentioned about working with the villagers for 1 year before you start your business. What is the most difficult part of making people to believe, and what is the problem that you found when you try to quality control of the villagers to make your business grow in the future?
Actually, like a lot of people think that working with local community is very difficult. But we, like both of us, were fortunate enough that we built our foundation, we have our foundation before, like the concept, the philosophy, like how to work with local communities and how to help them to help themselves in their own. So we don't have that many problems that work with local communities, because we know that when there are conflicts going on, we have to step back. We have to choose to take time, because like at the end of the day, the local community has to solve that problem by themselves, but they have to know that this already a conflict, and they have to solve that first. And it just takes time sometimes. There are some like disagreement among the villagers, and they have to be the one that solve that and to come up with their solutions. And we cannot do nothing. We cannot do nothing with that, but we can be their friends and their partner, kind of encourage them or raise awareness to them. Okay, this is an issue, and we have to solve this issue first, and then we can move on. The problem is more like on the customers and the investor side, that they really don't understand like what we are working on, because most of the investors they are more difference and profit difference. They don't understand why we need time to work with local community and to integrate. It's more like that.
Last question.
Yes. You have like more than 100 communities to work with, and how do you set priorities on that? When problems arise at the same time?
So really we have 15 communities that throughout Thailand we work with, and this year we really want to build strong fundamental foundation of the 15 villages first. We success on the term of working with them, get them ready on our platform, and we have to prove that there is a demand size of the customer demand because we set criteria with them. For example, this village can only accommodate 25 people per hour, and we take that seriously, and we cannot go more. We have to showcase on the business side as well first, and we prove that we make money. There's opportunity of making money from this, and we planning. Of course, at the end of the day, our model is to be a platform marketplace, because we believe that in the long run, the community can be able to generate their own content, and by that, like, the aim is in 2018 that we're going to have more than 100 communities on the platform, and those things are those that the community has to generate their own content, and we can be only the one to control the priority. The priority would be just like to make sure that before they get to use our platform, they have to agree that tourism can be a development tool in their village. That is the first priority.
We try to like expand to like Isan communities or not to be like in the beginning.
That's a diversify our product as well, not just like in the
and to learn the way of like working with people in each region. Alright, well, a big round of applause again for us. And just as a little token of appreciation, I'd like to give this to Kai and Moon as a little, a token of appreciation for giving us such a wonderful presentation and inspiring us all. And finally, we have something that is very accessible, and we're very much looking forward to the trip on the 31st and to as many trips as possible with you guys. So congratulations, and so again, this evening we have the film screening on Salmon Wars, which would be really fun. We have a few sustainable food vendors who will be featured here. There's going to be sustainable seafood from the Oyster Bar, which is a top-class sustainable seafood restaurant in Bangkok. The owner, Bill Marinelli, will be here with his new dish, sustainable dish for all of you to try, along with other vendors who we've invited previously in the past and our other film screenings. It will be a really fun evening starting at 6 p.m. And the February events will be confirmed later. We send out a newsletter every Monday. And we're looking forward to seeing some of you at the trip on the 31st with Local Light. Thank you very much, Pat.